let's do this too. Say that again, Mike.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Ready.
Yeah. Mike is gonna have a Merry Christmas, I think, but he's not gonna want to talk about our first topic of this morning.
I had my Oklahoma Sooners shirt washed, pressed.
Ready to wear it this morning.
Ready to wear it this morning, and of course.
And you probably put it on when it was 17-0.
Yeah,
too,
I was feeling good. 17-0. Are you kidding?
At that time, wasn't you? It was 17-0.
What was it? 27 unanswered points by Alabama, and then they win the game.
Y'all, you probably won't even believe this. I fell asleep. When I woke up, you know what the score was when I woke up? Now, this is how early I fell asleep. When I woke up,
17-0.
Nothing. It was 17-0. I almost said, forget it, I'm not going to watch it. But then the tide turned, so to speak, right?
Well, how many teams can recover from a pick six? I mean, that usually is a game-turning, momentum-turning play.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Yeah. Maybe Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
Because he has been known to throw one at critical times, and they did survive a couple nights ago.
Yeah, what a game that was. Maybe we can talk about that one later.
Oh my gosh, it was. I thought that game was the biggest game going in. That was the biggest game in the NFL up to date.
Oh yeah,
and it lived up to it.
It did.
Yes. It lived up to it.
What a game! I mean,
some crazy plays, some weird plays. A play that probably should have never happened. You remember?
Had it all.
That 2-point conversion where they just left the ball laying. And just think, if you leave that thing dead for like 5 seconds, it's dead. But he just casually walked over there and picked up the football, and all of a sudden that turned into 2 points because it was a backward pass. But
the NFL West is definitely the
best.
Oh
my gosh.
By far.
Sure. Yes.
3 teams that, And think about it. 2 of those teams are going to have to go on the road. They're going to upset somebody's party right off the bat. But that Oklahoma-Alabama game, I mean, if this is any indication, though, of what the college playoffs will be like this year, we're in for a treat.
Yeah, it was a good game.
Yeah.
Entertaining game, back and forth, big plays, yeah.
I just couldn't believe. Did you said it, didn't you? 27 unanswered?
Yeah.
Is that how many it was before? And then the kicker there down the stretch, they still had a chance if you get that one of those field goals.
He had missed one all season.
Yeah.
Then you got a chance to.
And the second, what happened on the last one?
I don't know.
It looked like it wasn't but like a 35-yarder.
Yeah.
And he didn't get it there.
Didn't get it there.
How does that happen?
I don't know.
I felt bad for the guy.
He'd been money all year long.
Yeah.
In fact, a lot of people were calling him the best place kicker in the country. I mean, he was just automatic. And they fell down in the kicking game. Had a punt blocked, right? He missed that short one, 35 yards. And then, of course, they lost the turnover game with the big pick six.
That normally is the thing.
And their offense isn't very good anyway. The defense has to help them out. And
No, they got more offense than I really thought they would.
yeah, a little bit more. They had a couple big.
Well, Brett corrects me. He said the last one was 51 yards. So I didn't realize it was that far.
I didn't either.
Yeah. And I don't know why, but I was surprised that it did. Still, though, for him, 51 yards, I mean, miss it right or left, but you're going to get it there.
Right.
Yeah.
Most of those guys now can kick them 60 or whatever. Monty says loud and clear. Good to hear from Monty. Mike Painter says, good morning, STG. Good morning to you, Mike Painter. Butch says it was 50-yard attempt. Yeah, and that's what Brett just let me know, too. But still, with that guy, like I said, kickers today in general. I mean, 50 yards is nothing, I mean, 60, I could see it not getting there, but 50, I was a little surprised that it. And that don't mean they're still, they still got a lot of work to do if they hit that field goal. A lot of work. You got to recover an onside kick that they know's coming, and then you still got to get a touchdown. And I think at that point there might have been 30 seconds left in that game, but just. I don't know. That's just one of the oddest games.
It was.
Streaky.
The momentum turning in both ways.
The momentum, correct. I agree.
Yeah.
Yep. And I don't know this. You guys, somebody will. I know a listener will. If we don't, who does that put? Is that Indiana that now will face the winner of that game?
Yeah.
Okay, so I did know.
It will be Indiana.
Indiana will take on the winner, or Alabama will take on Indiana
on campus.
On campus,
Mm-hmm.
and that will be a
That
week
2
from
weeks?
today, maybe. Oh, surely not 2 weeks.
Did I see January the 1st? Am I making that up? I seen something.
Couldn't be, could it? Because I thought the semis were January. No.
Butch has every excuse ready this morning.
That's good.
Wind was gusting as well. I got you, Butch. I got you.
Hey. It was cold and it was pretty windy in the palace on the prairie.
Yeah.
I don't know. Oklahoma defense ultimately let them down too. The offense has never been that good this year, and they lost special teams, lost turnovers.
I've
Hard to
seen
beat a
plenty
team
of strange games though, and that one just fit right in.
Fit right in,
I mean,
yeah.
if it would have been one of those games where 7-0, 7-7, then the
Yeah.
other team takes
Right.
lead 14, you could understand it. But
Mm-hmm.
at first, it looked like Alabama's just going to get blown off the
Yeah,
field.
they-
and then
Yeah, they got off the field 3 and down, 3 and out the first 3 possessions. Yeah, and
And
I'm
it was 17-0 in a hurry. Too.
in a hurry.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it must have been because I slept through that
Mm-hmm.
through that little bit. But honestly, I did wake back up and didn't miss another play.
What do you guys think? I think
Your
what
power naps, what you did.
I did.
Good to go.
I did, yeah.
one thing this does, I think, if there are any doubts about Kalen DeBoer staying at Bama, remember a lot of people were saying, "Man, he loses this game and for the second time to Oklahoma this year. They finish with 4 losses. You know that he might be heading on to Michigan, but I don't think that's going to happen now. At least not immediately. What do you guys think?
I think everything's out there.
Everything's
I think
still
every
out there.
option's out there. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm
why not?
kind of like you, David, and
I wouldn't rule out anything.
and depending on what happens next.
Yeah. If Indiana routes
Next
them.
game, the short memory people.
That's right.
That's
That's
right.
right. Yeah. If it don't matter what round he loses in. If he don't win the national championship, Alabama people will be talking.
Because I thought about what you said last night. They interviewed him before the game right there, and I thought, man, he gets beat. I said, it's almost making some more pressure on him now if you lose. It's kind of it's kind of what I was thinking. You
The
know.
pressure was on him either way.
Do you think he is a big-time coach or not?
Well, you look at his record against like top 25 teams; it's pretty good. But I don't know.
Alabama don't want it to be pretty good.
No.
They don't want it.
You don't want to be the guy that follows the guy. I mean,
exactly.
That's he's always going to be compared, and unless he can win national title,
And
which I
like
don't know
you
that
said,
he can.
y'all said, I'm not saying he's not, but he hadn't done enough. Really.
He hadn't done enough.
You know, that doesn't make it mean that he's not.
Yeah.
But and like you said, kind of good or good enough. That's not good enough at Alabama. I agree
Yeah,
with you.
yeah. But then you go back and you think, everybody's talking about this guy maybe going to Michigan. Who says Michigan
tells
wants him?
you.
Who says Michigan wants him, though? I mean,
Well, I keep
he may not
reading
be
that
their top.
he was number 1 on their list, but who else is on their list? I don't know.
I heard some names, but I can't think of them right this moment. But there
does the
definitely
portal
were
open?
names out there.
When does the portal open? January?
January. Am I saying the 2nd? But I'm not positive.
But they-
sometimes it's in January, early January.
Does
when it
Michigan
actually
need to have a
opens.
coach in place by then? You would almost
They'd like to
think.
have, but you got to make the right choice.
It won't be him. He can't go. He's not going to leave if he's got a chance to win a national.
No.
And right now he's got a chance to win a national title.
He does. Yeah.
Don Revel says Alabama and Indiana will play at the Rose Bowl on January the 1st. So that's a nice,
That is nice.
prize to.
Oh yeah.
To
Yeah,
get
that's
to go
why
to.
I when y'all were saying, I thought, well, why was Simpson running around with a rose in his mouth? I thought figured the Rose Bowl, but
Yeah.
Which one had that?
the quarterback at Alabama,
Yeah, Simpson, yeah.
Yeah. Mike Painter says, I saw Butch yesterday. He had that Oklahoma hat on.
Yeah.
Richard says it's not on campus, just round one is on campus, which that's good. That's the way it ought to be. I like that.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. My mistake.
Indiana.
So what's
Indiana,
next? The
Oklahoma, Rose
quarterfinals
Bowl
or the semis?
as well.
Quarter. Yeah.
Well, yeah, you always play the quarters before you play the semis.
Yeah, well, you would think so. Yeah.
Let's see. With 6 minutes to go, this comes from Butch. With 6 minutes to go in the second quarter, with no first downs and minus -3 rushing yards, Alabama outscored them 34-7. Yes, they did. They outscored them 34-7, and they scored 27 straight.
27 straight.
The rest of the way.
And it is January the 1st, 4 o'clock.
And yeah,
That's when it is.
yeah, that's Rose Bowl time.
Oh yeah.
That's as strange as this game was, I don't know if we'll see another one that kind of fits that mold. That 17-0. I can't imagine. I mean, it could happen, but I can't imagine 17.
Well, one thing I won't be surprised in
A 17-point lead being blown.
if Miss Ole Miss and who's the other team?
I don't know if
Who's James?
Tulane or
Who's,
I won't say James Madison.
who's James Madison playing?
Who does James Madison play? And
One plays Ole Miss and one plays Oregon.
Oregon.
so James Madison plays Oregon.
Ole Miss plays Tulane.
Yeah,
Ole Miss beat them 45-10 during the regular season.
yeah. Keandre Harrison. Can you remember that name?
Yeah.
Keandre Harrison, the Reidsville star who will be headed to Oregon right after Christmas, from what I understand.
Okay.
So he had his senior night on the basketball court this week.
Okay.
He played one game for Reidsville this
Well, that'll.
and all I saw was a highlight reel of dunks,
Yeah.
From the big guy. But going
Well, they
on
won't
to
have
Oregon.
him in the come January, will they?
No, they will not have him for that run. But I think he won 5 state titles, 3 in football and 2 in basketball.
Whoa.
Brett and I have tried to figure that out for sure.
3
but-
in football, 2 in basketball.
Yeah,
Good work
and
if you can find it, isn't it?
he's one of the top high school athletes I've ever seen. I can tell you that right now. A guy that's 6'8".
Yeah.
He plays tight end. He plays defensive end.
Mm-hmm.
He can run. My guess is he runs about a 4.6.
Yeah.
40.
Man that size is
And can cut on a dime. And
amazing.
He was a highlight reel last Saturday when we saw the first half of that game.
I bet you left at halftime.
We left
didn't
at halftime. Left at half. 43-7. What would you have done?
you? Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
when I text you, said we gone.
I got a comment on Lenore Ryan. I thought things were good at Lenore Ryan. It was great to have it there, but I'm not sure they were prepared
Really?
for the crowd that they were going to get.
Was it over?
Parking, it took 45 minutes to park.
I knew parking would be an issue.
And to get into the stadium, the line was about 250 feet deep. But I will say this, it moved faster than I thought it would to get into the stadium. If that stadium holds 8,500, there was 8,450 there.
Totally packed
It was
out.
yeah, it was pretty full. It was pretty full.
Good ambiance.
Now I don't know about the late game. I don't know how it went that late game, but Brevard brought the whole town.
Yeah.
I mean, let's face it, they've been a while since they've been there. So
Right.
good following, filled it up. And Reidsville had a really good crowd too.
So atmospherically, it was good.
Great atmosphere.
Great atmosphere.
And the best thing about at Lenore Run is it's like when you get in your seats, you're looking straight down at the field. You're not
Yeah.
looking out that way
That's right.
25, 30, 40 yards.
Yeah.
You're
Good
looking
height.
straight down.
Yeah.
It's a good view to watch a game. And, yeah.
Yeah, well, parking's always a problem at LR. So, and you get a crowd like that.
Yeah, basketball too. It is.
Basketball too, yep.
But just to have to wait that long to get in a spot with stuff, and
Well-
they used some lots that they hadn't planned to use
bet so.
too. So they had to open some more places to let people.
Well, maybe if it happens again next year, they'll have the logistics figured out a little better.
Yeah, and sometimes I mean, we know this from following high school football over and over and over. You don't have to take the two schools that are going to bring the biggest crowds to those venues.
Right.
And I don't know anything about that Durham Municipal Park, but I would have much rather been at LR than
I wasn't that impressed. What I saw on TV, I wasn't It was all right.
Well, watching it on TV, it had so many lines on there you couldn't tell what lines were for football and what were for soccer and what were for everything else that was involved. Maybe you could tell a little better if you were on the field.
Yeah.
I hope so. But
well, maybe they'll work with LR if everything else you said was good. Once you're in there, with a year's time, maybe they can make it. Nothing else, they can maybe get a shuttle system set up. Where your parking would be.
Unless they reordered, there is no possible way they had enough concessions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, and the line to get to concessions, you didn't even bother. You didn't even bother.
Try with
Anybody
that.
that knows where we are, it might have been from here to Brookwood to get to the concessions. So
So they got some work to do if they
should have been a
get it
good
again.
day of sales, though.
Yeah.
I would have think they would.
What other
sales
venues in the West would you like
and
to
a
see?
lot of
it?
$20 came in there
Oh,
too.
yeah.
And that I don't know how they split that, but I'm guessing they don't split that. I'm guessing that the state gives Lenore Ryan a set amount to use their stadium, and they should have more than paid for it on that venue anyway. And then the other venue was, help me with it. It was Carolina. Carolina hosts, and they're always going to host, but they have restrictions where they'll only do certain days, so you have to get your games. They did what, Thursday and
Thursday
Friday?
and Friday's what they did.
Friday on their days.
Yep.
And I didn't, we've been there before. It's good. I mean, you got plenty of room. You don't have to worry about room.
Oh,
Parking's
no.
always a bear, but
Yeah.
because you got to have to walk. But other than that, it's pretty good. I just don't understand, and I'd like to know the reason why NC State's not involved anymore, Wake Forest not involved, Duke's not involved anymore.
I know.
I had a friend of mine, a good friend of mine, you guys know him, Lavelle Hall, said, why don't they use High Point University? Go to High Point and look at what they've got now. He says they should use it for basketball and football.
Should they?
It's a tremendous
Yeah, that sounds
setting.
like a good idea.
Yep. And Central, too. It's kind of central. I mean,
They have good facilities. I haven't been
that's
to
what he
either one.
says. You should see some of the commercials, though, on there about High Point, and it was all brand new. It's about 10 years ago and everything, but all brand new and state of the art.
Yeah.
I can't imagine.
Well, I
it
know
wouldn't be a good
you were
venue.
talking last year when they held the regionals and championships in basketball at Lawrence
Forest.
Joel,
Yep.
that it was six figures.
Yeah, I think
It
so.
was very expensive.
Yeah. Yeah.
So to get those games at Wake, I don't know whether cost figures into that or not.
Yeah, well, I don't. Yeah, I would say it does. And this year, this is going to be the first time ever that we've had 8 basketball state champions
That's right.
in boys and girls.
Do we
We've
know
done the
where all
football
those
thing.
are going to be?
I don't.
I know.
And I'm guessing they'll probably be announced before the playoffs, obviously,
would
but
think so.
they'll be announced, sometime down the road, sometime during the basketball season.
Well, how quick did Lenore Ryan know they were getting that? Was it before the season started?
Did you hear Q Tucker's interview? It was pretty good on there.
I
and,
did.
And said they were looking for some venues, and they said Lenore Ryan reached out and said, "Let's talk. We'd be interested." And I'm guessing that's got
So
the
maybe they
wheels
weren't
rolling.
quite as prepared,
Yeah.
knowing how long it's been.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And they may not have another crowd
That's true.
that big for and I'm sure you could have went to some of these games, and the crowds wouldn't have been. I wish that's one thing I couldn't find on the box scores. You can get box scores. I get box scores because of being in media and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And you get them, but it don't give you the attendance. And I think they don't want you to know that because it might belittle some of the schools. That,
Yeah.
I mean, that would be my guess. That's the reason why. If you got like Brevard bringing, 5,000 people coming to that game, but then another school, and I'm not going to call any names, but the schools that make it over and over and over and over and over and they're there all the time, their crowds aren't as big.
No,
Their crowds aren't
because
as
it's
big.
not the novelty.
That's right.
That it is.
They get used to it, and the crowds are smaller. And I'm not picking on this school either because they bring a crowd, and that's Tarboro. Is that 10 in a row? 9 or 10 in a row appearances
I think you're right.
in the state
Something
finals.
like that. Something like
I mean,
Almost, yeah.
will they win 4 straight in this classification?
that. What's to stop them?
Yes.
I mean, I don't know.
Right.
Do you know Tarboro beat 2 teams that were in the state finals in larger classes
Yeah,
this year.
I know.
Hunt, and they beat Wilson Hunt this year, and Kinston. They beat Kinston. And how about that basketball game? How's it like to beat Kinston? You score 41 and a half.
Well,
And don't
here's my
score
question, guys. Did the Kinston defensive staff not scout Shelby and know what they like to do? How were some of those receivers so open?
What is it they like to do? Score points?
Yeah, and throw the football.
They throw it.
I mean,
Well, and you would think, did you know that the receiver that had a really big game, Kinston, the one that's going to NC State,
Right.
they threw for 300 yards in the first half. They scored 41 in the first half and didn't score again.
couldn't score again.
Yeah.
Well, that's Shelby's defensive staff, figuring some stuff out.
Made
at
an
halftime.
adjustment, didn't he?
But I'll tell you one thing, guys. Kinston had 2 big-time receivers.
Butch says he had no issues getting in to Lenore Ryan. Well, I don't know if he got there at 10 o'clock. I don't know if I know he probably had that big white limo pull up to the door and open it and let him in. We didn't have that. Me and Brett and Don, we didn't get those kind of accommodations. But Butch, gets out of the limo and walks in. The limo probably took him to the stairs where he goes to his seat. So,
Yeah, absolutely.
So if he didn't have any problem getting in, that's I'm guessing that's the reason why. Ned says, for your information, 89th Shrine Bowl of the Carolinas, 1 p.m. Spartanburg High School today. WCCB TV, who did a tremendous job with the high school games. By the way, that was
Very
that was
good,
awesome.
very good announcing. I thought one of the games that I watched parts of.
Yep. And the
Professional
view was
job.
great. I mean, it wasn't much different from watching a CBS college
No,
football
not
game.
much, much at all.
Yeah, I did enjoy that. He says WCCB, which is now an independent station, carried all these North Carolina and South Carolina games, high championship games, which is what we like to see. Brett says Harrison won 4 titles, not 5. I thought it was 5, but he said 2 in football, 2 in basketball. Made the championship game 3 times in both, so they lost a couple there. We saw them
one
lose
of
to
them.
East Duplin. We saw them
Duplin.
lose to East Duplin, and I'm guessing Farmville Central would have been the basketball because
Yeah.
I think they played each other in the finals 2 years in a row and split. So he can tell me if
The
I.
one we saw, they avenged the previous loss to Farmville, right?
And it went to overtime.
Yeah, that's
And there
right.
was 9,000 people. in
That was a great,
a little
great
over
venue.
9,000 people in there.
And
it-
Lawrence Joel
Yep,
for that
yeah,
one.
that was probably the most crowded high school game
Yes.
that I had ever seen up until that point.
Of course, Land Farmer Shelby becomes the all-time passing leader in Cleveland County, I believe, for a career.
3 or 4 year starter.
Yeah. He might be at a
I'm
4-year
asking.
starter. I believe he was a 4-year starter.
Big kid.
I don't know why Brett's not here if he's doing all this participating.
That's what I want to know.
He'll be able to answer that Lamb Farmer question in a minute too. He'll tell
Well, let
us.
me
in
ask you guys this.
3 or 4 years.
Well, they were talking on the broadcast. Well, he hadn't had any offers. Any reason you can think why this kid wouldn't be on somebody's radar?
If he's not a quarterback, his size.
I mean, 6'4", 230.
I mean,
He will get offers now. He had after that big game he had the
think
other
he
day,
will.
and
Yeah.
I can see him at. I don't know the highest I could see him at. I don't know if he could play at one of the. I don't even know what our list are called now. The thing coming to my mind is like a James Madison.
FCS or
yeah.
Division
FCS
I, but
or
not in the Power 5
don't
or whatever.
think-
Football
I don't
bowl
think.
division series.
But I do think he would be a really good quarterback though at that next level.
Maybe not at the highest level.
Yeah. He's a big guy too.
Yes.
I mean, he's probably
is.
6'4", 240, 250.
yeah.
He's
He's
a
a
big guy.
monster.
So, and he will. There were times in some games we saw him play. Counting TV the other night, I saw him play maybe 3 times, and he will put a hit on you if he's running the ball. He don't shy away.
Well, that
from
was their whole
contact.
strategy against Lincoln. They came out running the football with him doing most of the running.
Yep.
And they just right off the bat established control of the line of scrimmage.
Yep.
Yeah.
I want to mention real quick. I know it's about time for us to take our first time out, but I want to mention that Lincoln High hosting the showcase basketball showcase today. And if you there's some good teams going to be there from the start of the day. It starts at 11:30. There's 7 games. All boys but one girls game. Lincoln girls, I think, are playing Hickory in this. And then the nightcaps, you guys help me with it real quick. The nightcaps, I know, are Oak Hill playing against
Providence Day.
Providence Day. Lincoln, the capper would be Lincoln versus Salisbury.
Lincoln and Salisbury, which is a rematch of last year's playoff game. Yep, between those two. But I saw this, and Brett may have seen it too. I saw this, that it looked like they played at West Charlotte last night.
They did.
Oak Hill did.
Yeah.
Yep. And I don't know the score. Mike asked me if they won. I said I don't know. The only thing I saw was LJ had 29.
I'm gonna look that up
in that
during
game.
the break.
If that's true, I mean, right. There's a lot of stuff out there you don't.
I happen to know Richard Walker was there, so I'll check his website.
Yeah, he said that he may come tonight too to watch. He called me earlier in the week asking something. I don't remember now.
What do you think? You think they'll fill it up for that? I think it'd be a good crowd.
Sure. Yep.
A lot of people want to see LJ.
I think admission's 15, but that's all day.
All day.
Right. Yeah. If you want in,
come and go.
Yep. $15 all day, from what I understand. So
that's not bad at all.
Don't go over there and say we said that.
Yeah, David said that. Right,
I said best of my understanding. So. Which is always a good thing, right? So, all right, let's see. One of you guys got lyrics ready? Did anybody come with lyrics this morning?
Let's go with.
Go ahead, Lenny.
Got yours up, Mike.
Okay.
Mine ain't coming up yet, but I do have some.
It'll take me a second to find mine, so I would appreciate it.
Okay, here you go. You ready?
I am.
Got those highway blues. Can't you hear my motor running?
That's funny. I heard that this morning too, Mike. We'll take a time out. Back in just a moment. Stay tuned.
Please listen to.
Zeus Auto Repair and Performance at 1122 South Aspen Street in Lincolnton now have 4 North Carolina licensed state inspectors on site. Need automotive work? They are the best. Oil changes, brakes, car detailing, and suspension work. You'll be in and out before you know it. Stop in and see the guys at Zeus Auto Repair and Performance at 1122 South Aspen Street in Lincolnton. Hours of business, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call 704-240-3061. Zeus Auto Repair and Performance.
First Federal Savings Bank has been serving Lincoln County since 1940. And as it has been from the beginning, customer service is a priority to First Federal Savings Bank. They want to get to know you by name. First Federal Savings Bank has the convenience, the products, and the services that the larger banks have, but with hometown people that you see throughout your community. Stop in and visit one of their 4 convenient locations and see what First Federal Savings Bank has to offer you. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Dr. John Klunger III and Dr. Aaron Hebner's mission is to earn their patients' respect and trust through the commitment and positivity, and offer the dental solutions in a professional environment to improve oral and overall health. The practice will be accepting new patients. Just call 704-735-0765 to schedule an immediate appointment. We can provide services like extractions, crowns, bridges, fillings, night guards, cleanings, and deep cleanings, sleep apnea appliances, partials, and dentures. We can also advise to determine a treatment plan for dental implants. Dr. John Kloniger III and Dr. Aaron Hebner, 904 Daunchy Drive, Lincolnton. Call 704-735-0765 to schedule your appointment and experience the dental profession in a warm and no-pressure environment. I'm telling you, the apple didn't fall far.
Untangling your headphones, finding the right remote, saying goodbye to your favorite shirt that hasn't fit in 10 years. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who live in your community and answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like finding a new favorite shirt. That's simple human sense.
Call Mooney Insurance in Maiden or East Lincoln Insurance in Denver or visit mooneyinsurance.com.
At some time or another, you probably dreamed of moving into your new dream home. Key Builders in Lincoln is here to help make your dreams come true. They look forward to giving you your new key to your brand new home. Many floor plans to choose from. There's one right there for you. Be sure to visit the website at mykeybuilders.com or visit their office at 1459 North Aspen Street in Lincoln. Key Builders, a proud sponsor of local high school sports on the radio. Like them on Facebook too. Rhodes and Bill Oil Company in Lincoln has been serving the Piedmont of North and South Carolina since 1919. Sure, they deliver to your home with home heating oils. They'll help keep you warm, but they do a whole lot more. They feature bulk fuel delivery, on-site and commercial fueling, backup generator fueling, and farm and agricultural fueling. For home or business or farms, call on Rhodes and Bill Oil Company in Lincoln, 704-735-2508. Online at rhodesandbill.com, located at 1404 East Main Street in Lincoln. Like them on Facebook too.
Buying a Bobcat is now easier than ever at West End Sales in Vail. Now get 0% APR financing. That means low monthly payments. Or you can get $1,200 instant rebates on selected models. Now is the time to buy. Like we said, it's easier than ever. Again, get 0% APR financing or get $1,200 instant rebate on selected Bobcat models at West End Sales at the Highway 1827 West intersection in Vail. Online at westendsales.com and like them on Facebook too.
Welcome back. All right, Mike. Got a lot of people giving.
And they're getting it too, right?
Yeah. Yep. They are. Read them again.
I got those highway blues. Can't you hear my motor running?
And I can hear an echo. And I hope the folks listening. Huh? Landy's going to. Oh, I just got to hit. You turn one off there. Program one. All right. I'll try to remember that. That's good though, because
That you could hear it.
don't need to be. I definitely don't need to be echoing.
No.
But Doobie Brothers, Mike Powell.
Yep.
Doobie Brothers. We
Rockin'.
have. Let's see. I'm going to tell you. Let's see. Rodney Willis, Ned.
Check.
Yeah. This is interesting. We was talking about the basketball, and I'm gonna get all these because we love to have the people partaking with us this morning. Don Revels was talking about the Shelby quarterback. Don says he started halfway through his freshman year. For Shelby at quarterback.
Yeah, I remember
And
that.
it shows. I mean, he's solid. He's very solid. Really good. Let's see. I mentioned Rodney and Ned getting the lyrics. Doobie Brothers, Running Down the Highway. Is that the name of it, or is it
Rocking down
Did
the
I say
highway.
That's me running down the highway.
Rolling down the highway, what group?
Rolling down the highway. That'd be BTO, wouldn't it?
That's it.
Okay. Let's see. Butch says, seriously, had any local team made the championship, the games at LR would have been flipped to Durham County. So, yeah, I can see that. They don't. We talked about that. Weeks before that. They don't want you playing. It's kind of an unfair advantage to the opponent.
You're right.
Maiden or Hickory. Yep. This is interesting, and I heard this a couple days ago. But the big showcase tonight.
Farmer's in that. He's in the showcase tonight.
Who is?
Land Farmer.
Is he?
Yeah.
The basketball showcase at Lincoln.
Oh, I thought you were talking about a football game, Queen City showcase in Charlotte.
Okay.
My bad.
Different showcase.
Different showcase, yes.
Who's going to be the most popular guy there tonight? Who's going to be the most popular guy at that showcase tonight? Think it'll be LJ?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I'd say with the homecoming, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Shane Battier, assistant coach for Providence Day, and his son plays.
Okay.
Well, okay.
I had heard this earlier. Brett reminded me.
I may have to take that one in.
Shane Battier, assistant coach Providence Day. His son is on the team. He's a 6'7", guessing forward, at 6'7" in high school. So thank you, Brett, for reminding me of that. I'd definitely forgotten about it.
What year is he?
I don't know, but here's what's Shane Battier. Who's the head coach? He's just an assistant.
I know.
And that's probably because, my son plays, and yes, I'll help.
Yeah, you want to be the head man. Yeah.
I can't imagine him. He's not the type to be too pushy about it.
No, he wouldn't be.
I want to coach my son, and so I would be interested to see that. And is that the game that?
Let's see, plays O'Keel.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Might have to check it out.
Yeah, that would draw a little more interest there to Lincoln today. It says here's a message. I have a little inside info on the Shelby quarterback offer from Allen University, Fairmont, and Charlotte. Appalachian, Louisville, NC State, Wake also interested, but no offer yet. And that comes from Richard this morning.
Okay. I'd heard that a few smaller schools had already offered.
Yeah. Depending on what a team runs, I don't know if he has the speed to play. If you got a running quarterback and you want to go with speed and things like that, and
he may not fit that bill.
Yeah, but as far as the thrower, yeah, he can throw it. He can throw it. He's big. He's on target.
He can he can get out of would-be tacklers. I mean, with his size, yeah.
I don't worry about it because he'll be playing somewhere.
Yeah.
He might not go and play right away. Not many quarterbacks do.
And don't forget, there's always a portal.
Yeah,
if you do really well at Allen University or wherever.
Oh my! Back to the portal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's one I was looking for a Christmas rock and roll song. Let me see how many of you guys can get this one.
Yeah, I thought about doing Christmas today.
It's really hard. The mood is right. The spirit's up. We're here tonight, and that's
Simply
enough.
having
A wonderful Christmas time. Paul McCartney.
Yep, Paul McCartney.
I just looked up the coach at Providence Day is Jonathan McIntyre. Serving as an interim head coach for the 25-26 season after former coach Ron Johnson took a leave.
Took a leap.
Since McIntyre is a longtime assistant, supported by a staff including notable figures like former NBA player and Duke star Shane Battier, along with Brian Field, Ryan Conrad, and Deron Stinson.
Which means that Battier.
I think that Ryan Conrad, if I'm not mistaken, is Bobby Conrad's son. He played at Clemson. Probably 25 years. He's a judge now. His more appropriate name is Robert Conrad in Charlotte. So,
Not Bobby.
But it's Bobby. I don't know that, but I think his son played at Providence Day, so I assume that's.
I was trying to think of something about Batty. I guess Batty. Where's Batty? Where was he originally from?
Michigan.
Michigan.
Wasn't he from the same high
It might have
school
been.
that Weber was from?
Oh,
For
really?
some
I think so,
reason
yeah.
I'm thinking it was the same. It's like Country Day.
Well, they'd have played at the same time, wouldn't they? Or at least for a year or so.
Yeah, they probably played together at least a year. I might be wrong, but I'm thinking he's from the same high school as Weber.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just wondering about that because that means he never went back, I'm guessing. He stayed in North Carolina, and I don't know how he got to Charlotte, maybe his job or whatever took him to Charlotte. But yeah, that would be interesting to see. I wonder if his son looks just like him.
Yeah.
Got the very close haircut and things like that. I doubt it. Not this day and time, you know. I just doubt it. Whole new generation, right?
True.
The only, you know, I go back and I want to talk about some of these other things, but the only thing that slaps me right in the face is 34-24 last night. Mike's Sooners
Go down.
they do go down. Did they make the playoff last year?
No.
Venable's coming back.
He is coming back. I think he just signed a contract extension. Had they had another season like last season, which ended 6-7, he'd be in huge trouble. But yeah, they made the playoffs.
I like him.
Yeah,
I like him a lot.
what he has to, he's a great defensive coach, and he's got them at an elite level. He's just got to find a way to get the offense better. To compete in the Southeast Conference, you got to have that. So, but anyway, no, I don't. You can't complain. I mean, they made the playoffs. They won 10 games. Beat Tennessee. Beat Alabama. Definitely a bounce back year.
Do you think every team that made a move when all the conferences were being realigned is happy with what they did?
It's a great question. Is California happy to be in?
I got
Stanford
nobody
happy?
in mind.
Yeah.
You know, well, California had to do something.
Yeah, they had to. Yeah,
And-
because the
and-
Pac-12 was collapsing.
And the two that were left out, Washington State and Oregon State, they still don't. They're getting ready to be in a conference, right?
they are going to be in a conference. Yeah,
But I mean, that's what's sad.
I don't think UCLA is terribly happy. Do you guys?
I don't know. I mean, I
Southern
don't have
Cal?
any. I'm just trying to think. Even some of the football powers, though,
Yeah.
are they happy with what they did? Because I'm just gonna. I ain't gonna pick on Oklahoma, but I'm gonna use them. Mike.
go
If they
ahead.
stayed in the conference they were in, they'd be in the playoffs every
Every year. Big 12.
Or should.
Yeah.
You know?
I didn't like the move as an OU fan. I knew it was going to be tough.
Right.
That's big boy conference.
Who else is struggling that made a move into one of those power
Washington.
conferences? Washington
They've
is,
always
yeah.
been-
Washington
Yeah,
is
Washington
struggling a little bit.
I mean, I know
Struggled
they
with
played 2 years ago they were in it.
They were in
but
it.
Still,
Yeah, but when will they be again?
That's right. And
That's
that was the first year move, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And those were players from the Pac-12 days.
Yeah. Well, Oregon's made a good adjustment, I think you would have to say, wouldn't you?
Yes.
I mean,
But then again, you still wonder whether they're happy with the travel.
yeah.
You know, that's-
Well,
that's-
definitely you could be happy for the rest of their programs.
Right.
Some of the minor sports, so-called, having to do the travel across the country.
I also wonder about this. What could the ACC do, if anything, to make it a stronger football conference? Last year it wasn't the strongest basketball conference, right? The SEC.
No,
By no means. No.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
God, no.
So what could, I mean, is there any move they could make to the only thing they could do is talk one of the teams in another conference, right?
The jump.
Yeah, because
Well, the easiest thing to do, and it ain't going to happen, we've talked about this, is to get Notre Dame to play football in the
Right.
conference.
And
That's
say,
not
That's
happening.
not going to happen.
and I meant to look up this week. I think I'm low on the number I gave last week.
20
about
million.
Yeah, I
You
think
said
that's
20.
Low. I think that's low, and I meant to look that up this week
Probably
to see
is.
what they actually get. But they're not going anywhere because
They're not.
No?
it's too much money. They're good stand. Do you remember the days Penn State was independent?
Yeah, they
for
were.
a long time before they went to the Big Ten. There's been a lot of teams that were independents.
Yeah, but is it feasible now, though, given the structure
Not
of
for
the college
everybody.
football playoff?
Not for everybody, but for Notre Dame, yes, because their fan base is nationwide.
Right.
You know,
And their history, football history, I mean, that contributes.
Well,
And
you're going to
then
hear.
you throw in their own television network.
Yeah.
Everybody, and going independent, you'd be committing suicide if you didn't have
What if
your own.
yeah, TV.
Okay, what if the two group of 5 teams that are in it get blown out and the games are bad? Is that going to stir up talk not to just leave the group of 5 out of the party in the future?
All I want to know is why is there no talk about a separate division for
I
those
don't know.
schools to win a title?
I'd love it.
There's no talk
Yeah,
about it at all.
You can do it.
It ought to be the top 70 playing
Yeah.
a conference like the top 70, and let them do their own thing
Right.
and go from there.
Right. I mean,
You could have Texas playing Ole Miss instead of Ole Miss playing Tulane, which they've already trounced. That kind of thing.
why wouldn't you want to play in something where you had a chance of winning a national title?
I know.
Because most of these teams aren't even going to get a chance to be in it. And then you
know.
take 2,
And
they're not going to win it. They can't. They might could win a game. They might could pull an upset one time, but they can't win 4 times.
And I know it's money, but here's what they want the football to be like the basketball, and that ain't ever gonna happen.
It's a totally
Because you
different.
got to
you have
have too many
64
players, you gotta have
teams.
too many athletes on the field.
That's right.
To
And,
fill the football.
and I'm not so sure now, Lenny, that
And
that's
it's gonna
gone
hurt the
with
basketball.
That's
Yeah.
gone with basketball.
about
because
gone
of
with
the
basketball.
portal.
Yeah, with the portal. Yeah,
I mean, now those basketball teams that used to sneak in the Final Four,
Well-
they're farm teams for the big boys.
what you're
Yeah.
gonna have now, it'll be a one-shot deal. If you even have it at all now, because if those players are from a lower school or there, next year they're gone.
They're gone.
Just like Florida Atlantic was pretty lucky to keep most of their kids 2 years ago after they were in the Final Four. But that won't happen. That won't happen anymore. Those days are over.
Yeah, I know what
And I
you're
think
saying.
the coach had a lot to do with it. That a lot of those kids stayed another year. Was with the guy at Michigan now.
Well, to address your point, the 2 group of 5 coaches coaching today against the higher seeded teams, they're both gone.
they're gone. Yeah.
They're gone.
Yeah.
They've already taken big time jobs.
So what do the players say?
Yeah.
That's
I would just like to see a division just for those guys.
I would too.
That you could have a James Madison playing for a national title, or even BYU would probably be better fit.
and we
something
did
like that.
at one time, and now. But what happened? The money got so big. People like App, James Madison, and they wanted to jump to the big
Wanted to
money.
jump to the
but
big
now
money.
the climate has changed with the big money. Now with the with the portal, it's
Yeah.
changed that.
Yeah.
When they jumped, maybe it might have been all right, but for the money. But they weren't going.
I'll tell you one.
They weren't going to be able to compete for them teams when they jumped.
I doubt if App is too happy being in the group of 5.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Couldn't be.
They might be with the checks. I don't know what
With
their
the
checks
checks.
like,
That's
but
what
the
it was, the
fans
money.
can't be.
Oh, it's definitely
the,
money.
At that time.
the fans can't be.
No, they can't be happy.
You made me think about going down through here now. Okay, in basketball, I don't know how you do it. Gonzaga don't have football, right?
No.
I guess that'd be okay.
St.
State.
John's doesn't have football, do they?
John,
No.
Delano. Well, they do, but it was FCS or whatever.
Okay.
And UNC Wilmington football's still undefeated.
Yeah.
Arizona, Michigan, Duke, Iowa State, UConn, Purdue, and then number 7's Gonzaga. But now Gonzaga can compete,
Yeah.
Yeah.
obviously, with the big boys, right?
Mm-hmm.
Michigan
Basketball.
State, BYU. See, you got BYU in there. Could you not still play D1 basketball and the second level of football? It happened for years, hadn't it?
Well, you can now, I think.
Can you?
Think you
Because
can.
I think Villanova's got a football team.
Yeah, well, they've
do.
always had
And-
one.
but they're
And
not. Yeah, I think they're.
They always competed in the playoffs.
Yeah, I think they're still at that level.
You can do
I
that.
might be wrong, but
No,
I think they're
I think
still.
you're right. I think you're right.
You know,
And maybe that would better serve some of these programs. I'm just trying to see how far I have to go before I see a basketball team
that
yeah.
a good a Division I basketball team that doesn't have a football. That's
Right. Yeah, or don't have a chance of have a chance of winning it.
Right.
Carolina, Vanderbilt, Arkansas, Nebraska. I don't know about Nebraska athletics right now. I mean, they're just kind of like middle of the road themselves. I hate it because they're one-time powerhouse in football.
In fact, right now the basketball is doing better than the.
Yeah, it is
Because they're 11-0 and ranked.
Yeah.
Did you just see where their prize quarterback, Ray Liotta?
Ray Liotta.
Ray Liotta or something like that. He announced he's in the transfer portal.
Ray Liotta's got to be a senior by now.
Yeah, Ray Liotta. Yeah.
You'd have to go dig him up, actually.
That's right.
Yeah, Henry Hill. Henry Hill of Goodfellas.
Nobody ever played a better villain, did they?
We're really doing good.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody ever played a better villain.
Yeah, he was one of the best.
Wild Things. Y'all remember that movie, Wild Things? He was.
Loved him in Goodfellas.
Yeah.
He was a good criminal.
What was the one where in the
On the screen.
lived in the apartment too in San Francisco. Was a disturbed neighbor.
Yeah.
No, not here. He is great. Was a great actor.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go through some more here in the rankings in basketball: Alabama, Kansas, Illinois, Texas Tech, Tennessee, Auburn, St. John. So there you go. You got St. John. There's one of the teams that's ranked that does not have football. Virginia, Florida, Georgia. Those just outside the rankings. Southern Cal. What I'm getting at, I don't see any Cinderella getting to the Final Four.
Nope.
How strong was our Final Four last year? Wasn't it Duke and
Houston,
Auburn, and Alabama? Was it
Alabama? Duke beat Alabama in the regional final.
So
Duke, Houston,
Auburn.
And the whole point about this discussion is: are we finished with seeing
Florida?
Are we? Yeah,
Heavyweight.
the champion. Right? Is it over? Will we? You know, who was the one years ago that got in? They sneaked in and got in there. And
Well, now, we had that one Final Four, Florida Atlantic and San Diego State.
Yeah, and I'm thinking about somebody,
ago.
George Mason.
Yeah, that's been years ago.
Yeah,
get
George
in one
Mason.
time?
That was in
They get in one time?
08, 09.
Yeah.
That's when Florida won it.
Yeah.
VCU, wasn't they in it 1 year too?
Yep.
But now, if you're at Florida Atlantic and you have a good year, are you going to be at Florida Atlantic the next year?
Nope.
Not now. No,
You know, that's
what I said. Now it's going to have to be somebody that slips in, and then if their players get that far, they're going to be gone the next year.
Exactly.
yep.
They're going to be gone. They're going to, and why not? Like you say,
More
if
money.
the coach is going out the door, why? He's looking.
Oh, yeah.
He's looking for a better opportunity. Why shouldn't I?
Players look
And
for a
I've got
better
the
opportunity.
and it's legal.
Yeah, and quite honestly, they're not doing it to badmouth the team they're leaving. They're trying to get a pro contract.
That's right.
Trying to get drafted, whatever it
And-
may be.
Right. That's all it is.
Yeah.
And also the
It is what it is.
incentive of just making more money playing college football.
Yeah.
Well, while we're on it, I just want to mention those one more time. Arizona, I did not realize Arizona was on top right now, but they are. They're 9-0. Michigan, 10-0. Let's see. I don't know why I thought Duke had a loss. It says Duke 10-0.
They're 10-0.
Okay, Iowa State.
They're undefeated.
It comes in at 11-0. And how about Iowa State? Has any school jumped up in sports like Iowa State has over the last 5 years or so? I mean, they're ranked in football now, ranked pretty high at one time. Now they're in basketball, they're fourth.
They've got a big man that was at Virginia last year that played very little.
Mm-hmm.
And he's leading the nation in blocked shots right now.
And who would have thought this, too? Indiana's now a football school?
Yeah,
Or
in
is
2
it?
years.
Or is it? Is this man, Signetti, is he the next Saban?
Could be.
Could be.
I mean, I don't know the answer to that. I'm just asking to.
The only thing is the years. He's reached
How old is
he's
he?
reached his providence
Has he?
later in life.
Yeah.
That's true. He's
That's the
close
only-
to that.
He probably won't be there as long as.
I wonder how old he is, because I
I
don't.
don't say
I don't-
62.
Is he?
I don't know, but I'm going to say 60.
And how old would you say Saban is right now?
He's probably 70, 71 or 2. 'cause
And I
he's
think he
pretty
could
close to
still
Mac
coach.
Brown,
He
but
could
I
probably
think
still
he's-
coach now if he wanted to.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's that. Signetti and what he's done with Indiana is remarkable. Would you take them or the field?
I'd still take the field.
I'd always
me
take the
too.
field.
Always
In fact,
take
I
the
think
field.
it was this week,
Well,
a couple of weeks ago. The one name you throwed out, I would, if I was going to wouldn't take the field, it would be Ohio State again, probably.
Yeah,
It would
If I
be.
didn't
Yeah.
take
Right.
the field,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I'd still take the field.
The loss probably helped them more than it hurt them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, woke them up a little bit.
Kinda like
let,
Michigan.
Let them know you can be beat.
Kind of like after Michigan beat them last year.
So if those are 1 and 2, who's your third? Who would be your third pick?
It's hard to say.
It is, isn't it?
it is.
Because the rest of them seem pretty.
I'm just going to go out on a limb, and I have no clue. They're very good, but I'm just going to say Texas Tech, but I don't know that. I
Yeah.
don't know.
That's
I don't
another
know enough
school.
about them.
I don't
I
either.
guess that's the reason.
That's another one, Lenny, that we didn't used to hear of as kids.
Well, you
growing
know
up.
why you
Now
are,
now
don't you?
Look at them now.
Because they're pouring the money in the NIL. They've got some benefactors. Their football program is a $25 million roster this year.
Yeah.
They spent more than Ohio State spent last year for their national championship roster.
What do you think your Texases and your Texas A&Ms and schools within that state that have always been the richest and the most,
Yeah.
spend the most money, all of a sudden the other schools in your own state,
Yeah.
just in your own
Texas
state.
A&M, the big time money rosters.
Yeah. To me, that hurts a program like Texas,
Yeah.
I mean, because I think they've always relied on getting most of their talent in state. And now, I mean, first of all, how many colleges are in?
And
big colleges are in the state.
Well,
of
it's
Texas.
working.
And kind of like you said earlier too, in Texas, in some ways, in the past, has been right behind Notre Dame. They've had their own TV network.
Yeah.
Longhorn Network.
Longhorn
and
Network, yeah.
That's true.
And that,
Yep. I wonder how much that profits them
I don't know.
per year.
And I don't know now, since they're in the
SEC.
SEC, if they have to share or or something. I don't know. I don't know how that. Probably had to give up something, but maybe not all of it. They had to compromise.
Yeah. Well, does the Texas Longhorn Network even exist
Well, if
anymore?
it does,
I don't either.
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Okay, was that on nationally?
I don't know. I don't know whether it was available nationally or just regionally.
I got all those channels on my
Yeah.
box I got and everything, and
like
I don't
one
remember
time it
seeing
was-
that.
it was
I don't
its own-
recall seeing Longhorn.
Seemed
Network.
like sometime it was its own network, but
Yeah.
and they said, well, and the question was, how's it going to profit? And they said, we're going to put everything Texas sports. But they might have found out that's not profitable. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, let's take our second time out. Lenny, you got yours ready? That would definitely help here. Mike's, of course, rocking down the highway
Yeah.
by the Doobies.
I got
Easy
it.
one.
Here we go. Going to the city, got you on my mind.
Going to the city, got you on my mind. We'll be back here in just a moment. Stay tuned.
It's time to treat yourself with a new 2025 Slingshot from Full Throttle Power Sports in Lowell. Now get $3,000 customer cash on select models and up to $200 off parts and accessories. But that's not all. Take up to $4,000 off select Polaris off-road vehicles or get 0% financing for 60 months. But that's not all. 0% financing for 60 months or up to $3,000 customer cash on Yamaha Wolverine models. See Full Throttle Power Sports, 100 Indian Walk in Lowell, online at ncfullthrottle.com.
Stop by Lowe's Home Improvement in Lincolnton for great deals on the items you need. Is it time to freshen up your lawn? Select potting soil from Miracle-Gro and Stay Green. Buy 3 bags, get 3 bags free. Need to feed your lawn? Get a free bag of Scott's Green Max with a purchase of Bag Scott's Turf Builder Triple Action. Freshen up your exterior with select exterior paint and stain. Buy 2, get 1 free. All offers good while supplies last. Lowe's Home Improvement in Lincolnton, your go-to stop for all things around the house.
At United Bank, banking means more than financial solutions. It means rallying around the causes that are important to our customers, employees, and communities. While we have grown in size and presence, we have never forgotten our roots. By giving back to our local communities and funding business development, we help fuel economic growth. Our success is your success, because to us, this is home. United Bank. Bankwithunited.com. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Creighton Kell with Kell Insurance. We have been helping people for over 25 years with all their Medicare needs. We represent the same national and local companies as the insurance agencies you see on TV. And you know what? We can sit down with you one-on-one and help you find the right plan just for you.
Kell Insurance is located beside the Cultural Center and behind Gillum Realty in downtown Lincolnton. 107 North Cedar Street. Call 704-732-4646 and follow them on Facebook. Kell Insurance. At Scooters Coffee, we like to think of ourselves as day makers. A stop at Scooters can mean a fresh start to the morning, a midday break, or a reward at the end of a busy day. Scooting around for a caramelicious, a baked from scratch pastry, maybe even a real fruit smoothie. We'll be here to celebrate with you every time you order a favorite treat. Right down to the smiley stickers we put on the drink lids. Scooters Coffee, 2230 East Main Street in Lincolnton. Scooters Coffee, serving smiles every day. How would you like to be your own contractor? Stop in at Bliss Buildings and Tiny Homes in Cherryville and see Robert or Hunter. 5 years in business and the only engineer stamp AutoCAD design shed to home conversions. They know the North Carolina Residential Code and will build your county permit package. On-site, built 2-bedroom, 2-bath with a true sleeping loft, multiple designs, cottages, cabins, studio apartments, Blessed Buildings and Tiny Homes at 2268 Lincolnton Highway, Cherryville. Open Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. Call 704-727-8774. Open Sundays by schedule appointments only. Follow them on Facebook.
Welcome back, Sports Talk. Fumble fingers on the board today. Brett, with the daughter's birthday today and dance recital.
Hey, big time.
Well, so you got,
Going all out.
Yep.
Understand.
Ivy turns 4 today.
4 years old.
Whopping 4 today. So Lenny is going to give us those lyrics again. I did not check. I'm checking my phone right now to see if I got some answers. If I do, I'll just keep my mouth shut. Go ahead.
Going to the city, got you on my mind.
You know what? The first thing I thought of was going to the city, gonna eat a lot of peaches. Have y'all heard that song? You hadn't? Who is that sings that? Going
like
to.
Allman
I'm sorry.
Brothers.
It's going to the country. It's going to the country. Gonna eat a lot of peaches. That's what.
Going to the country.
This is going to the city.
Got you on my mind. I kind of read it that time.
Got you.
Yeah.
First time I just read through it.
This sounds like, 70s.
It sounds like
rock.
70s.
Yep, 70s rock. We'll see if somebody here has.
70s.
Going to read a few things. I'm just going to go in the order I got them. Jason says, good morning. The Longhorn Network shut down as a traditional cable channel once Texas joined the SEC. I guess that meant they needed no more exposure. They would get plenty. It now only exists as a free streaming channel on various apps. That tells you why I haven't seen it. Let's see. Ned says sent Lenny the group name.
He's
Guess the group name Guess, but no title. It's a high school era song for me from the 70s, says Ned. Monty also says Longhorn Network was closed June 30th, 2024 due to joining SEC, and has their who was their own channel, yes, which was their own channel. Good morning, Denny Hoover. Denny says, good morning, guys. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays, and same to you, Denny, and to all our listeners this morning. What are we, 3 days, 4 days from Christmas Day? Or I got about 4 from Christmas Eve.
4 from Christmas Eve.
5 days till Christmas. Is this the day you get the 5 golden rings, or does that come after Christmas? I never understood that.
On the 5th day of Christmas.
Yeah, it's
the
5 golden rings.
but
But when is the first day of Christmas?
Does it start on Christmas Day or
who knows?
12
I
days
want to know the
before
answer
Christmas?
to that. Before we leave, I want to know the answer to that.
Yeah. Somebody figure that
Get
one
up
out.
somewhere, somebody.
Which one of those gifts you want more than any? 5 golden rings? That would be Brady's got that beat, right? Tom Brady's got that beat. Who else has got? Has anybody else got at least 5 golden rings?
You speaking of that, I was watching, I believe it's Jeopardy the other night, and that was the list, and they were telling what the value of some of those things. Well, that was part of the
I think
clues.
I saw that. Yeah, interesting. I do not know when the 12 days of Christmas starts.
I have no idea.
I always wondered, were they leading up, or were they the day, or did they start on the 25th? Yeah. Let's see. Jason says SEC deal with ESPN paid the school $52.5 million in 2024. Texas and Oklahoma joined in the conference in the summer of 24 and received transitional payments. 27.5 each are the payouts. The payouts for 2025 haven't been issued yet. They haven't come out. So I figured something took the place of that money. Right. If you're going to do away with that station, something took the place of that money. That way they're not on their own network. They're on the SEC network.
Right.
Now, so makes sense. Makes sense to me. How hyped are you for today's college football playoff games?
Well, I'm interested in Miami and Texas A&M.
And that's it.
That's about it.
That's it.
Yeah.
I hate to say it that way.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
that is just about.
I could be wrong. James Madison might rise up and give Oregon a game. It's possible.
But you don't expect it.
I don't expect it.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
I mean, is it worth? What's the word I want to use? Investing the time. If it's not interesting early, I'm probably turning it.
You're going to turn it.
Don't forget that the 2 Shelby kids playing for Tulane today.
That's right.
They got the 2 Shelby.
One of which is Santana
Hopper and
the other one's
Hollifield.
A very familiar name.
One of the Hollifields.
Yeah, the youngest one. Is it Jack? But I believe it's. I don't know if it's Jack or the other one. But
I think it's Jack. Yeah. I think it's Jack.
Let's see. Jay says the big TV deal, that is Fox, NBC, CBS, projected to pay each school $80 million. That's pretty good. Pretty good change, isn't it? Scott says Tarboro, Shelby, Reidsville have 5 golden rings. Yeah. I did find out though that we found out earlier. Brett corrected me that.
Tarboro's almost got 10 golden rings.
Yeah.
Yeah. A couple of them are silver.
They're still waiting.
A couple of them are silver because they lost to Mount Airy back-to-back years. I think Mount Airy beat them back-to-back years. But Brett corrected me, and I wasn't sure anyway, but when we talked about those 2 really good athletes, Deontay Neal and Condre Harrison at Reidsville, he said they didn't win 5. They only won 4. 2 football, 2 basketball. And it was all over the news this week and stuff that Harrison was playing in his final game.
Yeah.
He had his senior night early this week, and he's going to Oregon. And Brett read, I'm going to give the credit here to Brett for this, and I love this part about it. Parents are moving to Oregon too.
Yeah.
That's support right there.
Yeah.
It is.
And Harrison's parents are going to be moving out to Oregon too. And
Not surprised at all.
no. And, I'm guessing when he leaves Oregon, they'll move back to North Carolina. And I'm glad they're able to do that.
Or if he leaves
Glad they're
Oregon
able
and
to do
transfer
that.
and enters the portal somewhere else.
Yeah. If they're moving,
He's moving.
they're probably hoping that he's I'm just saying if they're moving out there, they're probably hoping he stays the duration.
Here's a question I would ask you guys. In watching those state title games, do we see a marked difference in Eastern offensive philosophy in high school football and Western, in which seems to me that the West is the best in this case, which they tend to run spreads, right? Throw the football, have more balance than the Eastern teams. What did y'all see on that?
Always been that way, hasn't it?
Always, yeah, and and it's still that way.
I think they're catching up a little bit. I mean, Kinston, for instance, how many times did?
Yeah, they threw it up. They threw it up,
And they do have a really good receiver that's going to NC
Oh,
State.
yeah. But you look at Wilson Hunt. Once Crest got the lead, I mean, did they even pass?
That's a
the
game
football?
I don't even know if I watched 30 seconds of that because I knew who was going to win before it ever started. Because if you told me that Tarboro had beaten Wilson Hunt during the regular season,
In
then I said, well,
2A.
Crest is not going to have a whole lot of problem with that.
Right.
And they didn't. And then, what I was surprised by more than anything I watched, Mike, on TV or live, like we didn't watch but a half of football live when we Brett and Don and I, because it was a blowout at halftime. But what I was surprised about more than anything was Shelby turning on the defense the second half. The team scored 41 points and had over 300 yards passing
And
at
then
halftime.
anything in the
Didn't
second.
do anything. Didn't do anything in
Well,
the
obviously
second half.
Shelby made halftime adjustments. What else
Well,
can you
sent me
figure?
that text, and I flipped over.
I think there were halftime adjustments, and the biggest one was probably attitude.
Yeah.
Get on
Yeah,
it.
Ben,
Let's
get
go.
on it. Let's
you
play
want
some
you want this
defense.
ring, or you want
Yeah.
or you want a year to pass you by and not get it.
Yeah.
And they lived
And
up
it
to
had been
the challenge.
and was it not also true that Shelby seniors had not experienced the state title? It'd been a couple years.
Yeah, I think so.
Isn't that right? I'm not sure. So,
Hey, but who knows that? I love what we've got going there right now. I know you give this thing a little bit of time to settle in and adjust, and having 8 championships in all the sports, it's going to be good. The only drawback, and we witness this, is there are going to be some one-sided championship games.
yeah.
I know we had at least 2 in the Shelby game and the Reidsville game.
Yeah.
Were there more? Were there more that were just out of hand? I felt bad for Brevard. I really did. To get that far.
But I cannot. It was.
Well, you really couldn't. I'll tell you though, I watched some of the Crest Hunt game. It could have been a lot worse. Shelby had a touch. Crest had a TD or 2 called back. They had an unsportsmanlike. That game could have been a little more it wasn't totally lopsided, but it was a comfortable win for Crest. Let's put it that way. I don't remember some of the other scores.
Yeah.
Watauga,
It's good to see Watauga win. Been the late 70s.
that was 78.
Yeah,
Was the
78
last
since
time.
they last one, and they, as it turns out, sometimes you have to realize these games, you're going to have. Look at Shelby's blowout at the end, but look how close they come to losing against Eastern Randolph.
43-41.
Sometimes you have
That's
to
right.
get through one of those.
Oh, yeah.
To make it, and that's what happened there. Reidsville had 2 of them, didn't it?
Yeah.
Reidsville kicked a field goal to win their Eastern
Yeah.
championship
Now,
game.
you see that sometimes. You have a narrow escape and then a time or two.
The team
and
coming
then-
from the other region may not be as tough,
Yeah.
no matter if it's East or West.
Right.
I think every team probably one that they could have lost.
The one I was real disappointed with, because I don't really care for the prep schools, is Wilson Hunt defeating Robbinsville.
Yeah, Wilson Prep.
Prep, I'm sorry.
Yeah, they and the weird thing about that was they had not kicked extra point all year. They had not kicked a field goal all year.
Always went for two.
And they kicked a field goal to win the game.
Yeah,
and the guy hit it.
That's a bitter irony for Robbinsville.
It is. 9-8.
Yep.
Is that what that one
9-8.
wound up being? 9-8. Obviously the low. Would you rather see the 9-8 game or the 81-40?
9-8.
Me too. Yeah. Me too.
Well, you even told me that
I want touchdowns to mean
you thought
something.
It was unwatchable.
Right. I want touchdowns to mean something.
Yeah.
You know?
Because they were so easy for Shelby.
Yeah.
And
that ain't nothing against Shelby. I don't care who the teams were in that
Yeah.
game. You know, that has nothing to do with it. But if I'm Shelby and I can score 81, I'm scoring 81. You know, I mean, that doesn't have anything to do with it. But I just like that, just like the other night. I mean, that NFL game the other night was one of the best of the year, but
yes.
I like to see a little more defense, you know. I mean, it's 30, and we've had games like that in the NFL all year long. Some 40-something games, and that one being, 37-36. And,
yep. 38-37. Yeah.
But I will say this, they kept building that up. This is the game of the year, and it lived up to it. It lived up to it.
How many times does that happen?
Not a lot.
It doesn't.
Not a lot.
How about, I know we saw it privately, David, Coach Conigers, didn't he send out an email about who he thought would be the represent the East or West in the state finals next year, looking ahead? I'm trying to remember some of those. Do you remember that? If he's watching.
Yeah, I know. Say it again. What was?
Well, he had put out who he thinks will be in the state finals next year from the from the East and West. I believe he said Shelby would be back, didn't he? I do remember.
Well,
that.
it's going to be hard to beat Shelby.
Yeah. Well, they got to find a quarterback, but that shouldn't be a problem for Shelby.
Yeah. I think Lincoln can still make another run.
Lincoln could make another run.
Got mostly juniors on there, and a lot of chatter about more help coming. You know, as well. So there's things there.
A couple pieces fall into place. Yeah, no question.
Shelby will definitely be in the mix. Why can't Crest be in it again? You know,
no reason whatsoever.
There's not. And how about this? From what I understand, you know, after the game, a day or so later, the Crest coach retires, and he's going to South Carolina to be an assistant coach at a high school. And the former coach that's an assistant coach in South Carolina is coming back to be the head coach.
Wow.
So that's So they're not going to miss a beat.
Glad to see Greg Lloyd get the state
he's
title.
a good person.
Good person. I know I've interviewed him a lot, you know, in writing for the Gazette when he was at Kings Mountain. Just a nice.
He is. He's gassed.
He's pretty.
And you know the interesting thing about him, he went to Gardner Webb.
Yeah.
But he played baseball.
That's right.
He's a baseball player.
Yep. Back to the Reidsville kid that's going. Scott says they'll be living in a golden house when they move to Oregon. That may be. Hey, NIL money. You know what? The first thing I thought of was the NIL money that the big kid's going to get from Reidsville. Help me with his name again. It's slipped.
Harrison.
Kendra Harrison.
Yeah.
Well, he can use that money on what he wants, and if he wants to put his mom and dad up in a nice house,
do what he wants,
or in a house period.
Sure.
Yeah, that's part of it. You know, the things I think about though now and go back is the star running back at Southern Cal, Reggie Bush.
Yeah, Bush.
Things being taken away that wouldn't be today.
God, no.
You know,
his Heisman Trophy. Southern Cal was put on probation.
And there's a lot out there.
You're talking about, like I said, with Harrison, about his parents. I do remember 2 years ago when Carolina didn't have a big man in basketball last year.
Right.
And there's a big guy that went to Alabama. He ended up going to Alabama from Rutgers, I believe. And he went to Alabama because supposedly the holdup was he wanted housing for his brother. And Carolina wouldn't go that route. So, you know, and my thing at that time was, you're getting NIL money, you provide housing for you.
Yeah.
But obviously, it must be allowable to some degree if that's what you're in there discussing, negotiating with you. So,
If that becomes part of the contract or the deal.
Because at the time I thought, You're the ones getting the big NIL. You provide housing for your brother.
Well, exactly.
We go back to championships, and we was talking about 6, 8, and they're going to be a little weaker. Butch says that's why 6 would have been plenty for classifications. Here's what I don't know the answer to though. Who came out with the number? How did they decide on a number that was the top you could have in each class? That's why we have 8. They voted on the number of the maximum number that each classification could have, and what is it, 60?
I think it was 60.
That's the first thing that came to my mind. So you couldn't have 6, you had to have 8, and now they got 8, and they got a little. They could have went with 7, but they went with 8, so they had room to grow.
Right.
Because there's new high schools being built every year. They didn't want to have to redo this all the time, you know. But 6 would have been better. The championship games would have been better. There's no doubt. But once they voted that in, whoever came up with that number, and they decided to make that a bylaw, that the 60 or whatever the number is the most you can have in a class. Here's what's going to happen eventually down the road too. They're going to have to add a class down the road sometime, or that bylaw's got to change, because we're not always be, you know, what's 60 times 8, 480.
480.
Would they be able? I mean, at some point there'll be more than that. Might not be in our lifetime, but it won't be that far after.
Right.
I wouldn't think. I mean, the state's still growing and schools are still popping up. I can't imagine that they're not building new schools in Charlotte, Mecklenburg,
they are, I'm sure.
and Wake County as we
Yeah.
speak. You know, in those two giant counties, and I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know why they became set on that one number. I guess I'm glad they set on a number, but I thought it might have been a little bit higher to keep it at 6 for the time being. But I'm not gonna whine about it, because it's better than it was. To me, it's better than it was. The system is better than it was, because we needed more than 4 champions. Right. You look at the states around us, and I did a lot of research. 50 was a very common number. There were a couple with 60, but states that have classifications of 60. But like South Carolina's got it way lower, and Georgia.
Yeah.
Georgia don't have as many high schools as North Carolina, but they have more classes. You know, more classifications. They had up to 7 or maybe even 8. Now we have got to where we need to be, and I'm so glad it's not just football, because the other kids deserve to get.
They deserve to get it too.
championships. That's right.
I agree. I do agree with that.
In every aspect, whatever it is, whether it's individual sports or whatever, you know, it's really going to be good for basketball, you know, and it's going to be good for baseball too. You know, I mean. Obviously, football is king. If you ask around, football is still the king, and it will run everything. But for the most part, because the most money revolves around it. But you go to some of these basketball games down the road though, and they're late in the playoffs, and they got pretty good crowds in there too. So I don't think it's too shabby. I do like it. Like I said, way more than what we've got. Butch says the football coaches voted to recommend it at the state board, and the state board approved it, and that was getting us. Was the number actually 60, Butch? Is that what it is? Because I can't remember.
Maximum, right?
If that's exactly what it is or not. This goes back a little bit about NIL. Richard says Penny Hardaway had a problem with one of his players coming late to meetings or practice. He fined him $2,000 of NIL. He was late again, and he fined him again, and he wasn't late anymore. So that's kind of weird. Giving money but taking it back. But you know what I like? I mean, they owe you. You know, if you're going to pay them, you got a job. You can't be late. Think about it that way, right? And that is a job, because you're getting paid. So coaches using NIL to find kids, that's a unique concept now that you couldn't do before. Yeah. It seemed like I heard about one of those in football recently too that happened, but I can't recall it right off the top of my head. Let's see. Ned says folks are moving. I think it's Ned. Yep. Folks are moving to North Carolina, but perhaps public school population is back down to 2010 levels. I don't know about that. Don't know about those numbers like that. Butch says, yes, that number is 60. The number that we're looking for is 60. Lindy, did we do your lyrics? Did we get your?
We didn't give the answer.
Do it again.
Yeah, one more time.
Going to the city, got you on my mind.
And I should know that.
Me too.
Is that a Fool for the City?
It's Fool for the
For the city.
Fool for the City by Foghat.
Foghat.
And I don't think anybody ever gave me an answer on that.
Ned said Foghat, but he didn't know the name of the song. He
Fool
didn't know
for
the
the
name of the
City.
song, is what he said.
Yeah, I like
he said
Fool for the
Foghat.
city.
Fool for the City. Foghat's big one was Slow Ride.
Yeah.
Their biggest hit that they ever did, I
Yes.
think, was Slow
Yeah,
Ride.
it's definitely 70s era.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to think of something here. We'll see if we can come up with a good theme. I won't. Well, let's just take a time out. I got to give my lyrics though, don't I?
Yep.
Let's see. I've got everything all mixed up here today and stuff, so it might be something I can't even. I might not even be able to find my lyrics. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I did. Doing a Mike Powell this morning. Taking me a while to get there, right, Mike?
No comment.
Well, it's all right. Riding around in the breeze. We'll be back in a moment.
Yeah.
Dr. John Clonger III and Dr. Aaron Hebner's mission is to earn their patients' respect and trust through the commitment and positivity, and offer the dental solutions in a professional environment to improve oral and overall health. The practice will be accepting new patients. Just call 704-735-0765 to schedule an immediate appointment. We can provide services like extractions, crowns, bridges, fillings, night guards, cleanings, and deep cleanings, sleep apnea appliances, partials, and dentures. We can also advise determine a treatment plan for dental implants. Dr. John Clonger III and Dr. Aaron Hebner, 904 Dodge Drive, Lincolnton. Call 704-735-0765 to schedule your appointment and experience the dental profession in a warm and no-pressure environment. I'm telling you, the apple didn't fall far.
First Federal Savings Bank has been serving Lincoln County since 1940. And as it has been from the beginning, customer service is a priority to First Federal Savings Bank. They want to get to know you by name. First Federal Savings Bank has the convenience, the products, and the services that the larger banks have, but with hometown people that you see throughout your community. Stop in and visit one of their 4 convenient locations and see what First Federal Savings Bank has to offer you. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Lake Electric Company was founded in 1984. They are licensed in North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, and Virginia. Safety and quality is first in everything they do. For all your electrical needs, serving Lincoln County, Catawba County, Burke County, Mecklenburg County, and all the surrounding counties. When it has to be done right, call Lake Electric. Let them take care of your family. Lake Electric Company, 4362 Providence Mill Road, Maiden. Call 704-483-4000. Online at lakeelectric.com.
Century Drug in Boger City is the first pharmacy in the area to offer peace of mind for you, your caregivers, and for your family with a convenient poly pouch, strip pouch system, just like the one you've seen on TV. You'll receive all your medications once a month in a box that dispenses a convenient, easy-to-open strip pouch that is perfectly labeled for breakfast, lunch, bedtime, etc. Call or come by for a visit today. 704-735-2551. Century Drug, East Main Street in Lincolnton.
Are you in the market for a bathroom remodel, a kitchen remodel, or just a new floor? Stop in at Lincoln's #1 hometown flooring center, Piedmont Flooring. They have laminate and LVP flooring, sheet vinyl, and high-end carpet. Plus, they sell pre-finished and unfinished hardwoods. And that's not all. They can bring them old floors back to life as well. Piedmont Flooring, commercial and residential at 2129 East Main Street, Lincolnton. Phone 704-735-2938. Like them on Facebook. Western Steer Family Steakhouse in Newton has the best food around. Their buffet is like no other. Fried chicken, meatloaf, baked chicken, beef tips with peppers and onions, pintos and macaroni cheese, green beans, yams, and the best salad bar around. Hours of business Sunday, Wednesday, and Thursday, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Fridays and Saturdays, 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Western Steer Family Steakhouse, 334 Southwest Boulevard, Newton. Call for takeouts at 704-325-3926. Like them on Facebook.
Is your front end a little wiggly? No, not that front end, your car's front end. Here's some good news from Trick One Automotive Center in Lincoln. This month, take $20 off any alignment at Trick One Customs. And don't forget about their tires with name brands like Kelly, Cooper, and Goodyear. And see Trick One Custom Automotive for a free multi-point inspection before you head out on vacation. Be safe and sound with a stop in at Trick One Automotive Center, 1924 Gastonia Highway in Lincoln. Open 9 to 5 Monday through Friday. Online at trickonecustom.com. Like them on Facebook too.
Welcome back. Final segment of our show this morning. Merry Christmas to everyone. It's almost here once again.
Yep.
Yeah. Watched any Christmas movies?
Haven't watched any yet.
I'm going to tell you what I did. I watched two that were, this is a good way, polar opposites here.
Polar Express.
I watched Polar Express.
Right.
So what else do you think I took in this week that I'd never watched the whole thing before? Got one of my favorite actors in it. Probably one of everybody's favorite actors. But
Bad Santa.
there you go.
What's that?
Bad Santa.
Bad Santa. Had no idea.
I haven't seen that one either.
Is that one Billy Bob?
Yeah.
Thornton in? When you said one of my favorite actors, that's what.
I haven't seen that one either.
I haven't either.
I knew it probably wasn't for kids to watch.
No.
But I can confirm it now.
Yeah.
It is.
A lot of language, right? Lots of
Not just language. There's a lot of scenes too.
Are there?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's different. Bad Santa, and he was one bad Santa.
Mm-hmm.
Oh Lord, he's great. Seemed like there was another one I watched too, but that one stuck in my mind. I laughed a lot. I'll say that. I did laugh. It's funny.
Is it?
Yeah,
I might try that one.
Yeah, it's
before Christmas.
Make sure the grandkids aren't in the in the house.
Sure.
Whenever you watch that one, they'll learn some new words and maybe some new things to do too. You might not want them knowing yet at this point in their life. But oh man, I laughed. That's good stuff. It was really good. What's one you know? Last year, for the first time ever, I watched It's a Wonderful Life.
I watch that every year.
And I want to watch it again. But last year was the first time I ever watched it.
First time you watched it all the way through.
Yeah.
I'm about like you. I don't know if I've watched it ever all the way through.
It's not exciting. It's not, it's just a good story and everything.
Yeah,
but
great story.
And it's a classic. So that's one reason I wanted to watch
I
it.
never fail to watch that one.
And I need to watch
I haven't yet, but I will.
What else, Mike? Because you're the movie guy. Is there another one we should?
Well, I kind of like it's silly, but it's got Dan Aykroyd in it. Christmas with the Cranks.
Yeah, well, I like that. And the lady in that is oh my goodness,
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Jamie Lee Curtis. Yeah, I've watched that.
And
I watched that last
Tim
year.
Allen's in it too.
I watched that last year. That's her husband in that.
Yeah, that's her husband.
Yeah.
It's silly, but it's kind of fun. You know, it's fun.
It's pretty good.
Pretty
it's
good.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
I think that one's all
I
about
have to watch
decorating.
Yeah.
Chevy Chase Christmas Vacation.
Oh yeah, I have to
Every
watch
year.
that one every
And you know
year.
what's going to be the same thing, but I laugh still when
So funny.
when it comes up.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of them
You
don't
know what's
matter.
going to happen.
Randy Quaid is cousin Eddie.
Cousin Eddie.
Just, so many great lines.
You know, Clark.
You know, Clark.
Let's see, Monty. I think Monty might be weighing in on the movies here. A Christmas Story. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
that's
absolutely.
classic.
Oh yeah, great one.
The guy that was in Christmas Story is on Dan Patrick's show about once a year around Christmas time.
Peter Billingsley.
Yeah, the young kid that. Yeah.
His name is Peter Billingsley.
Yeah, that's a classic one too.
Oh yeah.
You can turn on the TV about any time in December. It's on somewhere. It's going to be on somewhere.
I remember one time, once Thanksgiving rolled in, TNT Network would show it like 24 hours in a row.
I don't know if they still, but you're right.
Yeah.
Right around about Christmas Day.
What's the best line in that one? I triple, double dog dare you. Okay.
Let's see.
One of the good ones.
Ned says music to listen. Must listen to Christmas skit from Cheech and Chong.
Oh, that's a good one.
I have
too.
not heard that.
That's funny.
Santa Claus and his old lady.
Yeah.
From about 1972. I can imagine. As a matter of
find
fact, as he sent me that, I could see smoke coming off of my phone.
Yeah. I'm glad he reminded me of that. I want to listen to that if I can find it. That's a good one.
Denny says 4 Christmases.
Yeah, I've seen it.
I have not.
Vince
I have
Vaughn.
not either. I've
Vince
not-
Vaughn's in it.
I like Vince Vaughn.
And Jesse, Reese Witherspoon's in it, I think. There's some big, yeah. It's okay.
4
It's okay.
Christmases.
4 Christmases.
4 Christmases.
Yeah.
One thing I've said over the last 5 or 6 years, when I was a kid, we had Christmas once every 5 years, it seemed like. Now we have 5 Christmases every year.
Yeah.
That's the way
Tables
it
have
comes, right?
turned. Yes.
But it just seems that way. But I always love it. It's not going to change the way I feel about it. I love Christmas, love the holidays, love the decorating.
You love the music, just playing Christmas music, the sounds of the season, as they say.
Yeah. We're getting asked if we're going to breakfast, so I'll start here. I'll go here. Butch, the answer is yes, 3, I think, because Lanny is not going to be participating in breakfast. Let's see here. I think this comes from Ned, the original 30-minute TV show, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Yeah, I like that a lot.
Yeah.
I don't want to miss that.
No.
Like you.
And I still got a lot of feelings for a Charlie Brown Christmas, the original.
I didn't want to. The only thing I didn't like about the Grinch, I wanted him to stay the Grinch. I like that.
I know. I didn't want him to get soft.
I wanted him to stay the Grinch and ride old Max hard. Wasn't that the dog's name?
Yeah.
Max. Lyrics one more time here. Well, it's all right riding around in the breeze. Right now, Butch Parker's the only one I've seen that got this. Well, it's all right if you live the life you please. And this is a super band made up of Tom Petty, Roy Orbison, let's see if we can name them all, Jeff Lynne,
Bob
George
Dylan.
Harrison, Bob Dylan, and it seemed like there was one more.
Was Johnny Cash in on that? I don't think he was.
No, it came after Johnny.
Yeah, after Johnny.
Johnny passed. But the Traveling Wilburys, End of the Line.
End of the Line. Great song.
They had. I could listen to them do whatever they wanted to play, but that one and there was another one that was real big hits by that group. But and here's the thing: all those people we just named, I'm gonna let you guys tell me how many of them, or did you ever get to see any of them?
I saw Dylan.
You saw Dylan.
Mm-hmm.
Saw Lynn.
You saw ELO then, right?
You saw ELO.
Yeah, and I saw Tom Petty.
Well, that's 3 of the 5.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. That's a really good group. Really good voices there, and had many lead singers. Didn't have to worry about who was going to take lead because they had many lead singers to go along with them.
Oh yeah.
Right there. Lenny, do you want to talk college basketball? Because when you put those glasses on right now,
he's getting serious.
No, I saw somebody Who did I see when Lenny put those glasses on right
Billy
now?
Packer.
You're close.
He used to put them
You're
glasses.
close. More up to date, though. You're not going to like it. I can't now. His name's. I have had his name in my head, but now it slips my mind. Seth Greenberg.
I knew what that.
Seth Greenberg. He just put them glasses on. So give us some analysis of the season so far.
I think the ACC has improved a great deal this year.
Yeah, I'll go along with that.
I think they're back to a degree.
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing last year, SEC is just so farther ahead of the curve than everybody last year, and I think
they were.
And I think the ACC and the Big Ten are starting to catch up on that category. And
Big 12 is good again.
Yeah, and the Big 12's good. Yeah. I mean, I can see an ACC right now, and it's still early.
5 or 6
I can see 5 or 6 teams making the tournament this year.
What schools do you think have made a leap in the ACC to be better this year?
Virginia, I believe.
Yeah.
Although I'm not really sure who they've really played.
Right.
But I think.
Tell me
they're going in the right direction with Ryan.
How about NC State?
Tell me Virginia's not averaging 45 points.
No, they're totally off. They're scoring.
No, that era is over. The Tony Bennett era.
I think State is very good. Can be very good. That's a better word to use. Can be. They just haven't. They've been in all their games with really good teams, but they just hadn't broke through and beat any of those really good teams yet, like Texas.
Right.
Who else did I see them play? Auburn. They played Kansas last Saturday, and they were right there. I mean, they just haven't. And that means they're going to have to win. Give me an ACC just because they don't have any of those really. What's the word I want to say? Quad 1 wins outside the conference.
How about Wake?
You don't know what you're going to get out of them.
Mm-hmm.
That's an unknown program right now.
They're up and
is it
down.
not?
I mean, they should have beat. They should have beat Michigan early in the year, but then they'll come around. Just like the other night, they almost lost to Longwood.
Yeah,
I believe it was Long, and that's so.
Well, I watched Duke one night this week, and they were getting handled by
Lipscomb.
Yeah.
The first half. I mean,
they were in the Christmas spirit.
But
17 turnovers
but I'm gonna
in
say
the
Wake
first half.
Forest, they had to hit a
Ridiculous.
3 at the buzzer to beat Longwood. That's how.
Did they really?
That's how close it was. A 3-point game. It's what.
well, I'm gonna ask you both. I'm gonna let you both do this because y'all follow it. After football's over, I follow it a lot closer. But I have watched a few games this year. But if you had to pick a Final Four today, who would you be looking at?
Well, Arizona is number 1 and undefeated. I'm almost going to have to put them in there.
With, and there's a whole lot of growth and development to happen.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna say Michigan, Arizona, right now.
I'd have to
Here's
go
where
with
I'm gonna put.
Michigan,
Here's
too.
where I'm gonna plug my growth in. This is a team, and I'm not a big fan of them, but it's a long time to March. I'm gonna plug UConn in there.
Yeah.
I mean, they're pretty good right now, but they'll be a whole lot better.
I was going to say, they will get better.
March.
I saw them play just recently. Yeah, they're back.
They'll be better or somebody will be off the team.
Yeah. They look like they're back to what they, the same with a program, a team capable of winning it all. Again.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I don't know who my fourth is. I hadn't seen enough of.
How about Player of the Year?
Well, has Duke or North Carolina got a chance?
Yeah.
I think you got a chance.
Either one of them.
Okay.
I'll tell you, North Carolina's freshman's phenomenal.
Carolina's. I'm gonna say this. Carolina has probably. I'm a Carolina fan. They probably have the best front line combo in the country, but they have no depth. If one of those guys gets in foul trouble and they have to go to the bench for inside, then there is no depth. But 1 and 2. Or 4 and 5, the 4 and 5%, they're very good with Wilson and the big guy that came from Arizona. But my question with them is still guards. I'm not sure Carolina has a point guard. That's the. In fact, truthfully, I think the point guard
and that
is a freshman.
The two guards, your guards are what win it for you in March.
NCAA tournament. That's what. Yeah, it's a guard world.
It is.
Who is National Player of the Year today?
I would say Boozer.
Would you really?
I'd have to say Boozer.
Yeah.
I hadn't seen enough of everybody else to know.
I mean,
what they got.
it's still early, and hadn't even got into conference play. But as of right now, I would probably say Boozer.
I mean, here's a kid he plays older than his, chronological age.
Now there's a guy that come through the portal to Michigan that he's very good too, from UAB. Vandenborg or something like. He's big. He's 6'10", but he can go away from the basket.
At Michigan,
At Michigan, he can go away from the basket. In fact, it said he would have been a lottery pick probably last year, but he instead chose to go to Michigan so he'll definitely be out after this year. Can't think if he's I won't say Xander, but that don't sound right. But Landenberg or something. He's very good.
Yeah. There was something else I was going to ask you there about.
As I look at the ACC standings,
Player of the Year.
I mean, California's 9-1. What are we to make of them?
I don't know. I don't really know who they played, Mike. But they're
First guess off schedule.
Yeah.
yes. I would.
I hate to say that.
Yeah, I would.
That's first guess.
Virginia 9-1. We talked about them. Miami, Florida, 8-2.
They're a team. The jury's still out on Lucas as a coach.
Yeah.
But he can recruit.
Yep.
Jay Lucas, because he was responsible for a lot of those players.
Right,
He helped bring in the Hall.
He can recruit now, and I'm not saying he can't coach. This is his first head coaching job.
Oh,
He's in his first 10 games as a head coach. So I'm not saying he can't, but if he can do the X and O's with his ability to recruit, they're going to be a factor. Maybe this year, but for sure in the future.
Some of your mid-level ACC teams are off to a good start. Virginia Tech 8-2, Louisville 8-2. We knew they were going to be pretty good.
And they played a good schedule too. Louisville has. They've played good teams. That record with 2 losses. They've played multiple good teams.
Mm-hmm.
And after the holidays, this thing will really heat up because you got conference games coming.
The one thing I really noticed this year, I don't know, Mike, Dave, if y'all watched it, and I think this is scheduling by all the leagues. There have been so many more big-time games this year.
Boy,
I'm glad of that.
Yeah.
And I'm glad, and I think what they're building their resumes, so when you get in conference play, if you don't have a good resume, it's going to hurt you.
Yeah. Well, Duke, for instance, they scheduled a killer non-conference because the ACC last year just wasn't very good.
And I'm not knocking state, but historically, they've played a weak non-conference schedule. Not this year. This year, I think they've bought into the idea that you put good teams on you and you win. So you got to win some of them. But
And football won a bowl yesterday, didn't they?
They
did.
They did what you said. They got their 8 wins.
They got
Their
it.
8 wins every year.
And is this his last year?
No, he's coming back.
Is he? Okay.
Yeah,
You said that with disappointment. It sounded like you were disappointed. You said no, he's
Well, he
coming
hasn't been
back.
able to get them to that next level. I mean, you can't say they're a bad program. They win 7, 8 games a year.
Retire, but he put that to rest.
If you don't care about, I hate to say it that way, but then again, the state of North Carolina, and I'm not cracking on them, but it's just not going to happen in football, a national championship. Not anytime soon. Anyway.
No.
Not
I
anytime
agree.
soon. But, here's the thing with state. They win their 8 games, and Lenny, they somehow find a way to beat Carolina every year.
Every year.
Every year.
And that, I'm sure that gives the alumni a smile. That's just that's like winning their championship. Monty says Seth Trimble back for the Heels today.
Yeah, I did hear that.
That should help the guard situation. Who they got today?
Ohio State in Atlanta.
That's funny, Ohio State, because
And St. John's plays Kentucky at 12 o'clock, and then Carolina, Ohio State right behind. Just like I said, there's been so many of those games like this where you're playing good matchups.
What time is that game today?
Carolina's at 3, St. John's, Kentucky's at 12.
Because I wonder if LJ goes to see. Is that at Carolina?
No, it's
Oh, it don't matter then. I wonder if he would go see Ohio State and Carolina play since he's committed.
He might
to
have,
Ohio
but it's
State.
in Atlanta.
But he plays in Lincoln tonight.
And
so.
it's in Atlanta, so that's probably not doable.
Yeah. So yeah, that kind of answered my question real quick there. He's probably with the team. I don't know. I never did find out details, but I don't know how they came out. If they played West Charlotte last night, I think Mike seemed to think they played West Charlotte. But I saw something that said LJ had 29 for Oak Hill in that game last night. So a lot of good basketball today at Langton High with that showcase. Some teams that will have some real studs on there. If you want to see some future college players, I mean, Langton's fortunate to get this thing. To have this kind of talent.
Throw out, everybody's aware of Rob Reiner, just a tragic death there.
I mean,
Greg
Biffle and family.
Yeah, 2 tragedies here within the last few days. Just a terrible thing.
Scrolling through the other day, and I come across. I didn't know this guy's name's Peter Green. You ever heard of him? I never heard of him, but you'll know him.
Was in
Pulp Fiction.
He
was the
best movie of all time.
He was Vin Rames, Bruce Willis, the one that was torturing him.
Oh yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah, I seen he had passed. That's the only reason it popped up. It said Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, supporting role in Pulp Fiction.
Peter Green. The name didn't read, but I seen a picture.
Monty says Oak Hill 72, Oak Hill 82, West Charlotte 72 last night.
Okay.
Yeah, West Charlotte always got some good players, and especially big men.
Yeah,
they are gifted at West Charlotte in basketball. Football's been really good here the last few years too, but basketball, man, they always have.
I'll ask you guys one thing, college
kids.
Football, real quick. Diego Pavia, Vanderbilt. What do you think about the way he went off about not winning the Heisman on social media? How does that affect his draft?
4 words: keep your mouth shut.
Yeah.
It makes it worse. He didn't win it, and he got mad and blamed the voting committee.
Yeah.
And come
on, blank the committee. You get the idea.
And he's from where?
Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
Well,
that's kind
so guess what? I had to ask.
Yeah, you had to ask.
I gives you a.
And that was kind of his mantra on the football field too.
Yeah,
that was good on the field for him.
He was edgy.
Yeah, but
you know how Baker Mayfield, his persona, take that to a little bit higher level of intensity.
Yeah, because a few games I'd watched Vanderbilt. That's kind of. I mean, he's good on the field, good quarterback, but not, and that's probably what Vanderbilt needed. But yeah, edgy. That's
the difference though with him.
He could be a late draft pick.
Yeah.
With him and Baker is Baker goes out there and tries to prove the point on the field.
He does.
And this guy might do that, but he just should have never spoke. He should have. He'd been
made
a whole
the school
lot.
look bad.
He'd been better thought of by saying congratulations to him. I thought I was in the running, but congratulations.
More prior, and I didn't hear it, but you pretty much you've told me enough. And that kind of just saying that, what little bit I'd seen him on the field, that kind of fits his mantra. But you'd think he'd have a little more class.
Because that kind of sullies
in the public eye.
Because Vanderbilt, they're there. They got a player at the Heisman watch thing, and the highest point they've been in football. He kind of has to.
Tell me this: who is Scott talking about here? His mother in the stands looks younger than he is.
Must be
Pavia.
Is that right?
Could be. I don't know. Pavia. Yeah, she's young.
Don't know. Yeah, tell me which one. Is that who you're talking about there? Scott, his mother in the stands. I got a text the other day from an old friend that said he sent me something and said, I'm a Carolina guy, and he said but these Duke guys that are playing for the Hornets are really talented and really good. And then the last line said, what's the guard from Duke that's on Knipples? It said Knipples' mama is a knockout.
Yeah. Yeah, I know it.
That was the last.
I always look forward to seeing her when they played at Duke.
Yeah, that was
or anywhere, because they went to every game, right?
I think they did.
Yeah.
I think they did. Brett said he hopes that.
And there's about 3 or 4 more.
That's what I was going to say. Brett says he hopes some of those younger ones are just as good as Con.
Yeah. We need them to follow him to Duke.
You know what I noticed about him that you don't see in a lot of freshmen? when he was at Duke, because I haven't watched him play with the Hornets. I've seen a couple of highlights.
That's all I've seen.
That's all I've seen.
Highlights.
But the one thing I noticed with him from the get-go, he feared nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
He played like he was a senior leader from the first day he set foot on the court.
Yeah, another one of those guys, kind of like Cam Boozer, is he seemed to mature the way he plays beyond his years.
At first, with me and Knipple, I was like, he shoots too much. He shoots by the end of the year. I want him to shoot more.
He's fearless.
Yeah, I want him to
I
shoot
wish he'd
more
have
by the
taken
end.
some of the final shots in a couple of Duke's games last year, not Cooper.
And didn't Cooper get in the 40s this week against somebody?
He did.
And this
had a
is
couple
kinda
really high-scoring
analogy,
games.
a different time period. But he's better. But Knipple kind of reminds me of what was the guy at Georgia Tech 20 years ago? Matt Harpring. Built like him. Looked like a Marine. I mean,
Yeah. And where did that come from? I mean, that's odd for a.
I mean, he played for 10
college
years.
freshman to look at.
Knipple's better. I mean, he'll be a better pro in the long run. But if you play in the league 10 years, you're good. You're a player.
You're
With
a player.
Harpring, he
Yeah.
played there for 10. Because I believe I read because his daughter's going to Carolina basketball.
I see. Yeah.
And the son plays football at Georgia Tech right now, I think.
I always have to ask one question about it, though, whenever you name a school like that and a team like that. What happened to their program at Georgia Tech? I mean, what happened to the basketball? It used to be in the national spotlight for a lot of years with Mark Price and people like that.
This is bad to say because one man shouldn't be a program, but I believe it's Crimmins.
Yeah.
I think Crimmins did for that program.
He was
the
really
program.
good.
And that's normally not, and you had to make you had to follow him with the best choice, and obviously they haven't done that.
Scott said yes, that is who he's talking about, the one you were talking about. Now I got one thing left, and we got to go. We're just about out of time.
Right.
I thought about this while I was sitting here. Give me your today's Mount Rushmore of basketball head coaches, college basketball head coaches.
Current coaches.
Today, yeah, they have to be
College
current.
basketball.
Hurley.
Okay.
Hurley
Dan
for
Hurley.
sure.
I think you got to throw in.
I'm going to have to put
Calipari.
Calipari, that's who I was thinking.
Calipari.
Got to be in there. Modern day.
I'm going to stick old school still again. Patino.
Yeah, he deserves it. He deserves it.
I don't know.
I think I'm going to go with Shire, man. I think he's the man that followed the man, and he's quickest guy to get to 100 wins.
No title yet.
No title.
I'd have to go with Self. Hadn't Self won 2 titles?
But you 3 years.
Yeah, you're right. So unless you won a title, I can't put you on the Mount Rushmore. You're right.
Yeah.
Shire until he gets a title.
Probably Self. That's
Self
Bill
has
Self.
2 titles, and that's.
Self, Patino, Calipari. What was the other one you said?
Patino,
Hurley.
Calipari,
and Hurley.
Yeah,
that's
pretty. Those are your 4.
Yep, and they've all won at least one, right?
Yeah, at least one.
And 2 of those are old school with Patino
Well, they've all won
and
too, haven't they?
Calipari, and Hurley's
They've
still
all
to
won
me
too.
young school, but he's got 2 titles.
Thanks for tuning in this morning. We appreciate you.
Right.
Merry Christmas. We plan on seeing you next Saturday anyway. Merry Christmas. Enjoy the holidays.
Right.
Thanks for tuning in.